speaking of the bets that you're likely to make on account of AI, and you talked about some of the projects that are currently underway at Razorpay. What is this going to potentially mean for you 5 years on? Both in terms of OPEX and CAPEX, you were saying, it's 2-3 people, teams that can do the work that hundreds were doing. What is it potentially going to mean for your business?
I think the outcome is you'll get a lot more outcome and a lot more impact for the same amount of resources, right? So it's not like we don't expect the amount of people is going to go down. It's that just we'll be able to produce 10x more outcome or 20x more outcome from the same set of people. And I think that's already happening. Like when I gave example of customer support, it means the same thing. So you don't need to scale your team from 200 to 3,000. You keep the same 200 people, but you're able to handle 10x more tickets.
Right.
You can handle 10x more calls, and so on and so forth. So I think we still keep some space for moonshots. That okay, these are the long-term projects. These are something that's not going to give an outcome in next 1 year, next 2 years.
Yeah.
Maybe it gives an outcome next 3 years, 5 years. But you still keep some space for that, because otherwise you're not preparing yourself for what the world is going to be like. So an example of that is like we launched Agentic-AI payments, which is we believe in next 2-3 years, we'll reach a point where AI will not just search for things for you, will actually do commerce for you.
Yeah.
So you'll say, hey, buy me a ticket to Delhi.
Yeah.
And it'll find you the best ticket and buy it for you. But it is going to be a single driver when the world is ready for it, when the ecosystem is ready for it. We are there first. We are there to enable that ecosystem first. So tomorrow, somebody is building an agentic platform for AI to chat and interact and buy things. They can use Razorpay starting today.
How many moonshots are on the table at this point in time?
A massive number. I think there's at least 10-12 things that we've launched in last 6 months that won't produce any outcome for next 1 year. Like I think those are the things that we know that are for the long term, but we built it out today because we expect the ecosystem to move in that direction.
And you don't know which ones will work, which ones won't work,
Yeah.
right? So you also want to, let the people experiment and fail. But when some of these things do create an impact, I think it changes the game.
But when do you take a call that, okay, we bet on this, it didn't work out, let's shutter this and move on to the next thing?
I set a time frame, right? And that this is a time frame. And one of the ways that I test it is I speak to at least one customer a week, right? And that is generally my proving ground. Numbers is one thing, and numbers can sometimes be shaky. And there is always that feeling that, hey, okay, if we build one more feature, maybe it'll go. If we add one more thing, then maybe it'll go. But when you do enough of these customer conversations, that makes you realize that maybe this is not even important enough for my customer. So there's no point of this. Let's pause it and let's put our energy somewhere else. And happens very frequently when you're an experimental org, when you're trying these moonshots. A lot of times those moonshots will not reach the pace that you want them to reach. It's okay to take a pause, move it to something else.